mustard.
Mustard is okay. Mayonnaise isn't very good. Mayonnaise doesn't have a flavor. It's just
It's mayonnaise.
Yeah.
It's mayonnaise.
I like honey mustard.
honey mustard, Dijon mustard, any of those, anything with some spice in it.
I think it's like whole egg and like 80% oil.
Regular yellow mustard is too
Mayonnaise is
thin.
like hidden in there somewhere. I'll be alright. If I don't know it's there, it'll be fine. I can't do mustard.
I know, I don't.
It's yellow.
It's not the color.
The yellow, regular yellow mustard isn't as good as a good honey mustard or a Dijon or spicy mustard or something like that.
I'm just not a big condiment guy. I've come a long way.
Stay out of your girlfriend.
I've come a long way. I used to not like Chick-fil-A or King sauce. But that was because I never had it. I never tried it.
Cane sauce is good.
Yeah.
But,
Cane's is honey mustard.
but,
Cane's is honey mustard.
I've heard
Cane's,
it, but I'm not.
Cane's chicken has gotten worse.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, oh, yeah. It's got
See, when I got here,
softer.
in the nineties,
Was it ever good?
it was it was slamming. And you could eat it without the sauce in the nineties. And now it's just like, nah.
There's like no.
Well, that's what you
Back when Todd had
you
like
go,
3 locations.
you go national, you gotta,
Cut corners.
no, you can't be as spicy, because you gotta,
Cater to the
not everybody likes Louisiana spice.
They should have like a spicy option.
That's his thing, is you got one thing
It's,
on the
yeah,
menu.
yeah,
That's
the
it.
simplicity of it.
But it's root beer. It's good root beer.
I used to work at Cater's too, which is crazy, but I'm like literally.
The restaurant.
You would think working there,
Now, look, don't
I'd be
eat the
grossed out by
burgers.
it.
But
The only thing I'm grossed out by is the
Frost
coleslaw.
Oh.
Has
Just
really
literally
good-
put on
I hate
glasses.
root beer. It's got good root beer. I love Frost. But don't eat the burgers.
There's some people who are like
They used to
avid
have homemade,
fans of
the big, like your mama used to make the onions and the peppers and everything.
You ever eat one of those?
That's gone.
I was in Bot. I've heard the place that took over George's, Zizzi's. I've heard they have really, really good burgers.
Best burger in town.
I knew you were doing it.
By far. Best burger in town, go to Mason's. Any of their burgers on the menu are great, but get the seafood burger.
It's kind of got a slide.
It's a hamburger with shrimp sauteed in this garlic butter on top of the burger, plus melted cheese and a fried thin onion ring. It's over. It's out kind of by Women's Hospital. Old Jefferson way out.
Taylor should be here in just a minute. We're gonna wait on him, but then we'll get rolling. I appreciate y'all coming.
And then if you want just the most heavenly meat in a hamburger you've ever eaten, go to Tremonti's.
Oh, that's what I was gonna call.
Tremonti's, that 1 pound burger at Tremonti's.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
What they do is they take 80, 20 ground meat. Look, I did a series on something. That's what we found. So Tremonti's takes that 80, 20 ground meat, straight out of Kansas City, right? And they mix that. They're a butcher shop, so they do venison, they do lamb, they do everything, right? And everything they trim one day gets ground up in with the ground beef, and they sit it in the cooler overnight, so it all kind of blends together. And they take it out, the egg, the breadcrumbs, spices, everything. Oh, it is a treat. And then, they make it's a 1 pound hamburger. say they probably don't have all the egg and everything else in it that they do in the other
We
ones.
always mix that stuff
Yeah.
fresh in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, when they're gonna cook them, but
Yeah.
the frozen ones, frozen, they mold burgers.
They take, to make that 1 pound burger, they take you know those industrial kitchen like cans of beans? They rinse those out, and they use those to cut the ground meat. to make burgers.
Oh, like
That
the
one
can
pound-
that you
That
can
one
have
pound
water.
burger is just big.
They do have. That's why I have.
Everybody file in here. Come stand up here, Miss Miles. Billy. Everybody good? All right, first let me thank y'all all for coming. Reason for me to have y'all here today for this press conference, dual-fold. Wanted to highlight a recent arrest that we had, narcotics seizure from last night. Yesterday, August 14th, about 1800 hours, 6 p.m., our Special Investigation Division, with help from our SRT, which is our SWAT, drones, and crime scene divisions, executed a search warrant at 9024 Keedy Avenue. That led to subsequent searches being done on Adams Avenue and Vermilion Drive. Special Investigations Division is a unit that I formed several months ago, and since their inception has done a lot of great work with assisting our VCU in solving homicides, getting a lot of those people, violent offenders and major crime people, curbing that and solving and taking them into custody, including working with the District Attorney's Office to get indictments on some gang activity charges earlier this year. So specifically last night, the Special Investigation Division, which is narcotics, seizure, and uniform elements, as a result of these searches, were able to confiscate approximately 2.1 kilograms, or over 4.5, close to 5 pounds of fentanyl. For layman's terms, it's quite a bit of fentanyl. In fact, it's the largest seizure that we've had in Baton Rouge Police Department history. And to give you an idea, 1 pound of fentanyl could cause lethal overdoses for 250,000 people. And this is close to 5 pounds that we're able to seize last night. We also got 150 pounds of methamphetamine, which is also the largest seizure in Baton Rouge Police Department history. Approximately more than 1 pound of powder heroin, almost 2.5 pounds of black tar heroin, and almost a pound of marijuana. Then we also got 22 dosage units of alprazolam and some a kilo press used for making the kilos that they were selling, and 6 firearms, including one that was stolen. Right now, we are seeing a 25% reduction in overdoses as compared to this time last year. A lot of that is the result of our hard work from our Special Investigation Division, narcotics, but we can't do it alone from police. I always say that police can't solve all the problems, and we need more than just us to fix crimes. So a lot of it is our partners with the District Attorney's Office and Ms. Tanja Miles with Peers on Point. I'm going to call her up here to say a few things. We actually notify her division, her organization, Peers on Point, every time that we have overdose or suspected overdose inside the city. Our dispatch calls them, and they respond to a lot of those scenes to help out the families and the victims of those overdoses. So, Miles, if you want to say a few things.
Thank you so much, Chief, and thank you to all our community partners. I'm Tanja Miles. Like Chief said, I'm with When You're Ready, Peers on Point program right here in Baton Rouge. We are seeing a reduction in drug overdoses. However, we're excited, but we're not satisfied, because we know that every time someone dies, that's someone's son, someone's daughter. And we need to make sure that we address this from a 3-pronged approach. And what I mean by that, I mean public health, public safety, and then we offer that public hope. It's going to take all of us working together, and we're doing that. And so because we're working together with so many different organizations like ours, faith-based organizations, businesses, individuals who are in recovery like me, we're seeing a decrease. But like I said, we're not satisfied. And it's, things like this that we can celebrate and also not tolerate, because we know that people use for different reasons. And it's our job to make sure that people know that there's hope. And we hope that the risk of what, drugs do will come with the reward of recovery. And so that's why we work together with these community partners like the DA's office and so many more. And we're going to continue to do this work. And again, I can't say, it enough. Thank you, Chief, because this was a new program that had never been done. And every one of the community partners jumped on the idea to make this happen. And like I said, we're excited, but we're not satisfied. And we're going to continue to do that work until we see that decrease even more. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you so much, Ms. Miles. And I'm gonna let our district attorney for East Baton Rouge Parish, Mr. Hillamore, come up and say a couple things also. He has some details about this arrest specifically, but also just in general.
Thank you, Chief. First of all, congratulations to Baton Rouge Police Department, the Chief, and particularly those men and women who you do not see here because of the type of work that they do. Not only are they police officers, but they're actually saving lives. When you hear that amount of lethal doses that they've taken off the street in this case, they are actually saving lives. And it's got to be a really good feeling for those officers. And I know personally, because of this arrest now hitting the news, parents of children who have died are calling and saying thanks and do what you have to do now that you have this person. First, I have to say that this defendant is presumed innocent like anyone else, and we take our job seriously. The burden of proof is on us, and we accept that burden of proof, and we will be proceeding forward. Given the amount of the drugs that are seized here, this is surely a potential for a life imprisonment. It is just as if it is considered as serious as a homicide, because you heard the number of doses, but the law has recently changed thanks to the legislature, and I do believe that part of the reasons why we're seeing some of the decrease is not only because of the active investigation by the Baton Rouge Police Department and the Sheriff's Office, but it's also peers on point. They go out to every one of the calls. It's also this group of people that go out on the weekends that you normally don't see and are meeting the folks where they are. It's also the Narcan that we have, but it's also the enforcement and the prosecution of these cases. It has to be all of them together. And I can tell you from keeping the data on this over the last 12 years, this is the first time that we have seen a steady decline in not only fatal overdose deaths, but non-fatal. And they're tracking each other about the same, non-fatal and fatal around 25%. At the end of last year, we were looking at a potential of 1% decrease, but this year has been significant, and I do think it's the cumulative effect of all of the work that all of these people are doing. Also behind the scenes that you don't see, or the collaboration between the police department, the sheriff's office, the federal agencies, and the district attorney's office that goes on a daily basis, and wish we could highlight that more, but these men and women of these departments are working tirelessly every day to try to get organized together to give the best effort that we can to this community to not only stop violence, but drug overdoses and taking of people's lives. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Taylor. So any questions that y'all have?
What's the street value for all these drugs?
Yeah, so great question. It's approximately about $500,000 total in street value of narcotics that were seized.
Who are all the partners that were associated with this drug bust?
So it's a Baton Rouge Police Department operation. Is that what you mean? So it's completely Baton Rouge Police Department. For this operation, it's our Special Investigation Division, which is narcotics, seizure, our uniform element. They have crime analysts. A lot of what they do is analysis-driven and statistic-driven that work with them. Our SWAT team, drone operators, and crime scene divisions. Yes, sir.
Chief, earlier this morning, 4 of your officers, Troy Lawrence Sr., Douglas Schutz, Todd Thomas, and Montel Jackson, each of those guys entered not guilty pleas on the charges they're being accused of. They're currently on administrative leave. I just wanted to ask you, are they going to be able to keep their jobs while they're fighting these charges, or are you guys going to wait until their case is over with to look at any disciplinary actions?
So they are under administrative leave still, and we are still in the process of determining the discipline actions pending the disciplinary hearings.
So wait until their case is wrapped up to look at any disciplinary actions?
No, that's not what I'm saying. We're not waiting until we might not wait till the criminal case is wrapped up. We're actively looking at it in the meantime.
What were the properties that were searched?
Address is 9024 Keaty Avenue. It's Keaty Avenue. 3535 Adams Avenue. And 16441 Vermilion Drive.
Is this part of a bigger drug ring or gang activity?
So the investigation's still ongoing. we might could expect to see other people charged as a result of this investigation, but we have made one arrest, but the investigation is still ongoing to see who else might be involved.
I thought BRPD didn't have a narcotics unit.
We do have a narcotics unit. We have officers that are embedded with the DEA task force and task force officers, as well as other people that are part of that, our HIDA, who do interdiction on the interstates. So we do have a narcotics division.
One more question, guys. One more question.
How long have you been chasing this guy?
I'm not going to really get into how the investigation started. I don't want to release any of that prematurely and any of our tactics of that, but not for very long. It came on our radar just recently.
Chief, just real quick question. If those officers are
That's
cleared
okay.
of their charges, will they be allowed to stay on the force?
Are they cleared? We're still investigating all that. You're talking about the original 4 that you talked about?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still looking into that. So it's premature. It's premature to answer that. Thank y'all very much for coming. I appreciate it.